Yes, I'm Rosina Kovar, and I'm a retired school teacher. I used to teach PE, and I also taught home ec in high school. And I have to tell you, there was never a bullying incident, except one child that had to go to see a psychiatrist, that I couldn't handle myself. And so I didn't need any bills or anything like that. I knew what was right, and I knew what was wrong, and I handled it. And you know, PE teachers teach out on the playground. They're not as structured as a classroom, and I never had any problems. I don't know where we're getting all these problems. However, we did not teach sex education in the schools either, except to teach a little bit about puberty. That was it, okay? So we never had all the sex education that they have nowadays. And I have to tell you, the earlier you start with sex education and you ruin the latency period of kids between the ages of 5 and 12, where they usually learn compassion if you don't bring in sex education, I think we're destroying our kids. And I've heard them all talk about school reform today. I thought, you keep sex education in the school, and I'm telling you right now, you're not going to graduate more than 50% of your high school students. I'm not. That's not the nation's bill. But this whole thing about bullying. It is. There's a lot of bullying going on because of this, and the violence, the suicide. You know, the children come in, they learn about the polluted air, we don't have fresh water, we don't have this, we don't have that. And I really think they are, and we've been told that there's a lot of suicide going on with kids. Well, I'd be really hopeless too if I thought that this was that important. And I just think that this bill goes too far, and if it reaches into charter schools, and I have grandchildren in charter schools, and I'll tell you, I heard my daughter say when she moved her children into the charter school, she said, if you go in and you complain to the teacher and the principal, by that afternoon the problem has been solved. So I just think we're doing a lot of stuff that is probably not necessary, and how are you going to people have their cell phones, they have all kinds of technical devices now that they can use. How are you going to restrict that when they leave the campus? I just think this anti-bullying bill is going too far.
Any questions for the witness? Thank you, Ms. Kovar, for your testimony. Any